change things, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. And so I want y'all to give it up for Albert Woodfox, the Angola 3, and all political prisoners. We got to free them right now. Put your fist up. That's right. That's right. Political prisoners. That's right. All right. So now I'm going to invite KC up for another Know Your Rights session. You up for that, KC? Yeah. All right, he's up for that. And after that, we're going to hear some blacklisted individuals.
But before that, there's going to be some shameless promotion real quick. So go ahead, Mr. Noble.
Yo, I took time to put together these little discs. I'm not looking for a deal, you know what I mean? I'm a bootleg myself. Y'all can get these for $1, take it home, burn a copy, and give it to whoever you want, you know what I mean? So like if you know 10 people, this is like a chain letter. You buy it for $1 and you just give it away to as many people as you can, alright?
That's what's up. Alright, watch out. Alright, real quick. Second part of Know Your Rights. I'm gonna try to go through this quick. Hope I don't speak too fast. It's when you're stopped in the car. You stop in the car, you're driving the car. Like my man Rance, who was driving his car at 3 o'clock in the morning, wasn't violating any traffic laws. Okay? Police officers stop you. Okay, you know you haven't done anything wrong. Or even if you did a minor traffic violation. You know very, very quickly what the police is after when he starts asking you the questions. Give me your license and registration and all of that other stuff. Now, you're only required by law to give them your driver's license, your insurance, and registration. Okay? You don't have to say anything else after that. That's all you're required to give them. Okay, in the traffic stop. So, all the other questions, for instance, where you're driving from, where you're coming from, where you're going, where you've been all night, what are you doing, who are those people inside the car with you, all of that stuff, you're not required to answer. Okay? You can remain silent. You're giving them your license, driver's license, registration, and all that. Now, when you know the police officers are looking to do something else, they're going to give you that same setup. Well, have you been drinking? Do you have any drugs or alcohol or weapons in the car? No, officer. Well, you don't mind me searching your car, right? Again, most people feel, well, this police officer is giving, they don't do it in a nice question like, do you mind me searching your car to look for drugs or weapons or whatever. They do it in the form of a statement, right? So you don't feel like you can say no. But you can say no, I do not consent to a search. Okay, I do not consent to a search. Alright? Now, that may not prevent them from searching your car, but again, maintain your rights. And remember, don't get mad, don't start cursing, don't start saying F you police officer, you effing pig. This is not the time. Remember, every police encounter is serious. A police officer at any time has a power over life and death over you. I mean, real power. Right? So, the time is not to argue in the streets, argue in the courts, because you will not win if you argue in the streets by yourself. Okay? So say no to a consent search. Okay? And a little extra tidbit real quick, I'm going to get off the stage. Let's say you're pulled over for a suspected driving while intoxicated. Okay? I know none of you guys will do that. I know you guys will drive completely sober all the time. But remember, it is not against the law to drive after you have drank alcohol. It's only against the law for driving intoxicated. Now, the only way they can have probable cause to arrest you is that, they may smell some alcohol on your breath, ask you to get out the car. They're going to ask you to take a series of sobriety tests. Most people, even if they're tore up, will go ahead and say, yes, I'll take the sobriety test. Not a good deal. Okay? You can refuse a sobriety test. Now, there's consequences to that. Be very real about it. But you can refuse a sobriety test. Now, most people have the misconception that if I just do the sobriety test and I'm okay, and then the police officers will let me off. No. If a police officer has made a decision to give you a sobriety test, he has already made the decision that you're going to be arrested for drunk driving. What he needs is proof in a court of law. So when he asks you to do a sobriety test, he's getting that proof for a conviction, not to decide whether he's going to arrest you or not. So if he's to ask you about a sobriety test, you say no. I don't want to take one. No, thank you. Okay? How many drinks have you had? I've had Kool-Aid. Okay? Now,
don't say that.
There's consequences to that. So let me tell you, there's real consequences to that. Because refusing a sobriety test or refusing a breathalyzer or a blood test means that you can get arrested. You will get arrested. Right? And it means also a suspension, a possible suspension of your driver's license for 180 days. But if you get arrested for a DWI, that's going to happen to you anyway. But yet, then you're going to have a DWI conviction. So it's better if a police officer asks you for a sobriety test to refuse the sobriety test, go ahead and get arrested, and then when the prosecutor gets your case, they're not going to have any evidence. Okay, they're not going to have any evidence to convict you. Okay, so sobriety test, that's voodoo science. It's not a clear science. Breathalyzers is a voodoo machine. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so don't take it. Don't convict yourself. Okay, go ahead and take the arrest. Get out the next day. Make sure you free yourself from being convicted. No sobriety tests. No the breathalyzers. No the blood tests. Okay? Again, do not construe this as legal advice. Please consult your attorney for legal advice. I'm not trying to whatever. I am an attorney, but I just gotta give that disclaimer.
His cards are on the table.
Yes, my Know Your Rights cards are on the table, and my business cards are on the table. So I just want to give you that tidbit. I know that none of you guys drive while intoxicated, but if you just happen to leave here tonight, having a couple of drinks, and the police officer decides to stop you, you know what to do. Okay? Don't take a sobriety test. Alright? Let me see. Oh, one other thing. I'm just going to give a brief disclaimer. One of the last MCs told me to do this, that his intention was not to talk bad or anything about black and brown or brown people, and that was not his intention. So I just want to clarify that for him.
Yeah, he did.
But we're gonna get on to the next spot. Let me see. We got Potent. Are you ready? Yo, Potent Moonshine. Are you ready to go? All right. Potent Moonshine was not even on the ticket today. He came in, decided to kick a little something while we're waiting for blacklisted individuals. So y'all give it up for Potent Moonshine. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Glad to see a multicultural audience here tonight. You know, it's pretty nice. And, you know, it's really not about race these days sometimes. It's more about class. I mean, if you go outside of this place, you will see that this is one of the last black businesses on this strip. This is one of the last black businesses on this strip, and you see all this gentrification going on across the strip.
You already know it.
So, as a community, you know, I see a couple of members of my community, but people are all of the same community. You know, we're all up against the same struggles, this oppressive government. So I just wanted to bust something I've been working on, started working on last night. I wanted to go ahead and read it off for y'all.
Come on with it.
Right.
I'm first in line.
Yeah, I see that. Attention. We have all been living under false pretenses of freedom. Past tense. Standing up for human rights. Senseless sentences. Institutional in death. Constitution was scrolled and rolled in the skin of my father and inked in the blood of your mother. At the rate things are going, the extinction of the African civilization will not be documented, nor will it become the next YouTube sensation. Google Bob Johnson.